All right. There it goes. Saw it last second. And it's going to turn left like it shouldn't. It is going to park in a handicap spot. What are you doing? You wouldn't know it to look at it, but good morning. It's dark out here. It's raining like crazy, and it's a good thing I have Summon on my car because I'm under a covered area and stayed dry. Otherwise, I would have been dinking around in my trunk, wet as all get out, while I was doing this, and then today would have been miserable. Not that today is not going to be miserable, but whatevs. Car says it's 69 degrees outside. Watch says 70, which is the first time that's ever been higher. I've got 31 minutes to go 23 miles. I'm sitting at 38%, and I'll get to my first destination at 28%. Everything's been reset. The trip I'm doing today is just around the Saginaw Bay City area. So I'm sitting in Birch Run. I will go to Saginaw. Then I've got 2 in Midland. I've got 1 in Essexville and 1 in the hotel in Bay City. So checking the weather. It looks like it's going to rain pretty much all day. So yay. Maybe it'll be a little bit different up in Bay City. It's not that far away, but who knows? So 4 facilities today, 1 hotel. I plan on being done around 4. At least I hope that's the case. So let's hit the button and get going. At least now I don't have to clean the car. And yes, the car can drive in the rain. It will not do so hot on the highway. It won't want to go more than 60 miles an hour. But it can do it. Definitely picked the most difficult way out of here. Thank you for waiting for that other car. And we're off. So most of this first section is going to be on the highway, and it's not going to like it very much. I'm not in a rush, so I don't care. But I will probably drop us down to standard as soon as it says I can't go that fast. All right, there goes that. It did not like the spray from the semi. It will let me turn it back on. I'm gonna wait a minute. There's a lot of water on the road, and I feel the tires slipping. I don't think I'm gonna turn FSD back on just because of that. So I'll probably cut it from here until I get off of the highway. I won't have you sit through fast forwarding of me driving. So I'll see you in a sec. All right, welcome back. It stopped raining. We're gonna try it. See if the car can drive itself now. That was like 14, 15 miles. So you missed most of the drive, but whatever. I'm a very inefficient driver. I was using 20 watt hours per mile during that drive. I just can't do what the car can do as far as efficiency goes. I'm sure that's gonna get washed out. Yeah. That's better. We can make it even better, though. There we go. Sorry about that. Sun came out of nowhere. turning right in 1 mile. I don't know why we got over in the left lane. Oh, because there's 3 lanes now. That makes total sense. Being in hurry mode, that's why we did it. All right, just dropped a pin, as I should have done in the first place. Carefully navigated around the water puddles. I'm gonna park over there. All right, that was 23.9 miles, 28 minutes. The majority of it was self-driven. Like, I drove the car. FSD took over at the end. Sorry about the sun coming out and ruining my shot, but I hopefully fix that. I got here at 28%. Next facility is 23 minutes, 16 miles away, and I'll get there at 22%. The car is predicting that I'll get to the hotel at 8% today, which is not too bad. There's a supercharger right across the street from it, so I'm going to visit that as soon as I check in. And I'll get charged up pretty close to 100 because I have a long route to go tomorrow. I mean, that wasn't the funnest drive. When the car freaked out on the highway, and I understand why it freaked out, because there was a lot of off spray from all the vehicles around it, and it was raining very hard. I understand completely. But I took over and I didn't re-engage. And even if I wanted to re-engage soon after that, it wouldn't re-engage because the cameras were occluded. That's the shortcoming with vision only. SOCKS. Anyway, I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. All right, I moved the car a little bit. I started to summon it. And then that truck that's pulling away right now, he got in his car and started moving, so the car freaked out and then wouldn't move, so whatever. Of course, I didn't catch that on camera because it wasn't recording while I was inside. So I came and got the car and moved it over here out of his way. And then he just sat there for a long time, and he was mean mugging me as he left the parking lot, which is hilarious. So, whatever. I took care of a few emails while he was staring me down, and now I'm ready to go. I'm fairly certain he called the police on me, but I don't care. It's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm sitting at 27%. Next place is 23 minutes, 16 miles away, and I'll get there at 21%. Rain has stopped, thankfully, for now. So we'll see if we can get out of here and on the highway with no problems this time. There's a person walking right in the middle of the road. Hopefully the car will stop. Yeah. Paused and waited, no problems. Big puddle. There it goes. Saw it last second. Or reacted to it last second, one or the other. Hey, you got in the correct lane this time. Multiple times I got into that lane to turn left. Improvements are improvements. I like them. I'm glad to see that it reacts to the speed tables both directions. It's not just a one direction thing. And I say that because there are times where the Tesla will go the correct speed limit, even when the speed changes one direction on the road, but completely ignore it, go in the other direction. No real reason to get over here, except for we're equidistant between the last pack and the next pack. That is the only consistency I see about that. That getting over was kind of random. Turn to the correct spot going the opposite direction. Not freaked out by these cars. All right, I guess this is where I'm parking. Guy here at 22%. I believe it said it was going to be 21. That trip was 243 watt hours per mile. It was 17 miles. Took me 27 minutes. So far today, I've driven 41 miles, used 258 watt hours per mile. It's coming down, so that's good. Next place is 3 minutes away. This is the shortest route. I forgot about this one. Next place is 3 minutes, 1.4 miles away. I'll get there at 21%. Assuming I don't lose anything while I'm inside. So let me just get drenched and knock this place out, and I'll be back in just a sec. All right, it stopped raining, but I summoned my car to me anyway. Just wanted to make sure that everything was okay since it stopped summoning mid-summon, mid-backing out of the parking spot last time at the last facility. So it works just fine. Just making sure. Let's see, I'm sitting at 21%. Next place is 4 minutes now, 11 miles away. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it always gets turned around in here. That's why. Says I'll get there at 17%. It's totally wrong. They'll figure it out in a second. It's thinking about it. Come on, baby. You can do it. Need a little nudge? You always need a nudge in here. Yeah, it thinks it's on US 10. I don't know where that is. Gave it a little nudge. Off it went. There, figured it out. Now I'll get there at 21%. It's 2 minutes, 1.4 miles away. That makes much more sense. It's pretty hesitant trying to get out of here. Yep. Gonna try to take me over there. I want to park around the side. All right. Warning saying Sentry mode is unavailable because I'm at 20%. That's just the way this car is. It wants to save the battery. That drive was 1.8 miles. Took me 5 minutes from the time I got in the car until the time I got here. It doesn't actually record how long I was driving, but really how long I was in the driver's seat. Which is kind of funny. Next place is 32 minutes, 23 miles away. It's the last facility of the day. I'll get there at 12%. So let me knock this place out. I'll be back in just a second. I'm sitting at 20%. Next place is 32 minutes, 23 miles away. And I'll get there at 11%. So I'm going to push the button and get out of here. And it's going to turn left like it shouldn't. But we'll let it. Because why not? Oh. That's a different way of turning around. That works. I thought it would have gone further into that parking lot and then you picked one of the spots to turn around, but it did it this way. That's okay. And it is a much different day than yesterday. Yesterday it was like 90, hot and humid. Today it's rainy, but it's cooled off. It's like 72. The car says 72. My watch says 70. I will take 70 over 90 any day. I'd prefer to be cold than hot. I have a theory. When you're cold, you can always cuddle up with somebody, put on warmer clothes, put on more clothes, get under a blanket, do any of those combinations of things, and you'd be fine. When you're hot, you can only get so naked. So it normally pulls in here, and it skipped it. Oh, that's actually farmland now, so it would have been terrible if we pulled in there. And the car almost passed that, because it's technically not a space, and it's going to their correct parking lot instead of to the back. That works. It is going to park in a handicap spot, which, fine. We'll say that's good enough. I'll go park where I should park. That wasn't too bad. I got here at 12% instead of 11. That was 23 and a half miles. Took me 30 minutes to do it. 227 watt hours per mile. That's pretty good. That's better than, I think that's the best trip all day. Could be wrong. But for the day, I'm down to 251 watt hours per mile. And I've driven nearly 67 miles. So that's not too shabby. Hotel is 21 minutes, 11 miles away, and it says I'll get there at 9%. So I'm going to knock this place out. I'll be back in just a sec. So, 21 minutes, 11 miles. Get there at 8%. I'm sitting at 12. Let's get this day over with. I am very impressed by doing these 4 days backwards. Instead of going up north first, I cut across to the east first. I think this is the way that I'm going to do it. The first 3 days have been cake, comparatively. The other three, or the last day, is probably going to suck, but we'll see. What are you doing? Didn't like the brown there. That's kind of funny. There were 2 perfectly good tire tracks in that mess that it could have gone through. It did it safely. Did it at high speed, but it did it safely. So I let it do it. Yeah, there was another patch of that stuff on the road. Car braked a bunch. I think it was thinking about swerving like it did last time, but it decided not to, thankfully. Is that going to be red? It kind of was. Hopefully there was no cops around. That would have been very iffy. Well, we did it. 77 miles today, not too shabby. 245 watt hours per mile. I like that. Started as a very dark, rainy day, and it ended in a very sunny, not rainy day. So that's kind of cool too. Last leg was 10 miles, 10.6 miles. Wow, right to the front door. That's awesome. Last leg was 10.6 miles. Took me 18 minutes. It was 197 watt hours per mile. That's very good. I got here at 8%. It said it was going to be 9. I don't think the car did anything crazy today. It swerved to avoid some dirt on the road for no reason, and it went the wrong way to get out of a parking lot. Also not a big deal. So if you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, there's that other button. If you think somebody else would like it, share it with them. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button to watch more. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, leave them down below and I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching. Deuces. If I come back and you're in a different position, it's because it was raining again and I summoned the car to the front door of the building so I don't get my precious hair wet. I'm like the Wicked Witch of the West, Wicked Warlock of the West. I don't know what it's called.